Hey, this is Jack, and this video is called the number one opportunity for you in a relationship. Hey, my name's Jack Butler. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here or you haven't yet subscribed, come on, let's do this. I release at least 2 new videos every week on relationships and personal growth. You can just hit the subscribe button and then tap the bell notification so you hear of those new videos as soon as they come out. This is a fantastic community to be part of. So let's get into today's video. What is this number one opportunity for you in relationship? So number one opportunity that I see for you in relationship is to use relationship to wake you up, is to have relationship show you the places where you under-communicate, where you have wounds, where you have defenses that you may have been deploying even unconsciously your whole life, to get triggered, even though you and I don't like that experience, to let our triggers show us, this is a place that I'm not free. This is a place that I'm perhaps still deploying an outdated strategy that I learned how to do in childhood, right? In childhood, we all learn ways to minimize ourselves, to underrepresent ourselves, to have inauthentic boundaries, to please, to fit in, all necessary things, right? All necessary things to get through childhood, right? To find a sense of belonging, to be with our caregivers, right, in an asymmetrical power relationship, just to survive childhood, right? And so congrats, we all did that. And then we come out with a few bruises and wounds, so maybe big, maybe small, that we have to, at some point, if we want to, we have the opportunity to look at. And that's what intimate relationship is going to offer you, right? If you've ever found yourself saying, you know, why is intimate relationship so much harder than friendship, right? Or I'm a great woman, I have so much going for me, my friends love me, they tell me I'm awesome, and yet I can't really seem to land the relationship that I want. It may be that this frame will help you. That, okay, relationship is going to be here to teach you some things that other parts of your life are not and will never. So when we accept the challenge, you know, when we have the gauntlet thrown down in front of us and we embrace it, and when we realize that relationship may be our path, right? You might have heard this expression, relationship as path. I remember first hearing that. Didn't sound particularly obvious to me what that meant. And now it really is. You know, that relationship can be your path of growth, evolution, and development if you let it, if you embrace it, and if you stop turning away from the places that are sticky, icky, and that really hurt you. So you've probably heard of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? If you haven't, Google it. It's easy to find. Check it out. And in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's basically a hierarchy of how we get our needs met, with some what he calls deficit needs at the bottom of the pyramid, which we need to get met first. And then closer to the top of the pyramid, we have more like aspirational needs, right? So historically, a lot of people were using relationship to principally and perhaps exclusively meet those deficit needs, right? The need for shelter, survival, right? We needed to be in a relationship to survive. Right, certainly to survive rearing children, right? And now that's not actually true, right? Whether you, co-parent, or you're a single parent, or if you're in a double parent family, you don't necessarily need the family in the same deep way for survival. It's still the most obvious kind of psychological unit or mini tribe that many of us are part of or want to be part of. But for a lot of you, let's say you've been single for a while, or you've had multiple relationships, you realize that actually you can survive outside of relationship, right? Even whilst you might want one really badly. So what this means is relationship may be pointing you a bit further up the pyramid, right? At the top of that pyramid, Abraham Maslow talks about self-actualization, right? Which in my language is something like becoming the real you, right? Or being in your essence, right? Dropping the story, the narrative, the wounds, the defenses, the personas, all the ways that we present ourselves that aren't really us. And relationship can be the fast path to that, right? If you're stuck in a persona of the caregiver, right, and you just give and give some more, and then you get resentful, relationship will show you that, right? If you struggle to receive because you had to learn how to be super independent and self-reliant in childhood, relationship's going to show you that, right? If you struggle to honor the shameful parts of you, right, relationship will keep bumping you up against that. You'll probably find a way to be in relationship with someone that you experience as shaming you. Right? So this is sort of the wisdom of relationship, is that it can show us things that it's really hard to get a handle on for ourselves, right? So if you're in this kind of opportunity with relationship, it's different than what most people are doing. It's different than what your parents probably did. It's certainly likely different from what your grandparents and great-grandparents did, because we're in a different, social and contextual age where we have different opportunities that are available to us. But I wanted to put this out there because so often, people get triggered in relationship and they think that's the end of the relationship, right? Whereas it could just be the beginning. Whether that's going to be your person for longer term or not, that's where you can start your curiosity. Okay, I'm getting triggered. Something in me isn't whole here, right? Something in me isn't holding my boundary, expressing my truth, honoring who I am, or I'm replaying memories from the past, right? This is something that happened with mom or dad or my sibling or my teacher. And wow, what would it be like for me to slow down, breathe through it, feel into it, hit my journal, notice, is there anything in here for me? Right? I'm guilty of this. So many times I want to rearrange the world, the external, my life, my work, my partner, all of those things in order that I don't have to have certain experiences. Right? I don't like the experience of being triggered. But anytime I'm kind of rearranging the furniture, I'm not really changing the room, right? I'm just rearranging the furniture. Right? There's still going to be this particular thing that's likely to find its way to me in some other way, or next time that is still going to trigger me until I'm willing to look at it. Right? So it's basically saying that when you get triggered, it's offering you something. It's not about changing the other person, right? Of course, the other person may be transgressing boundaries, maybe doing all sorts of things, right? And that's kind of over there with them. Your job is to stay in your lane and notice what part of this is here for you. So, as always, questions and comments below this video. I'm just going to pan around here. I didn't want to distract you too much during this video, but this is absolutely beautiful view. I'd love to have you with me more regularly, so just hit that subscribe and then tap the bell notification so you hear of new videos as soon as they come out. My name's Jack Butler. Thanks so much for being here.